students. So this one is class 10 advanced mathematics video number 7 exercise 2.1 question number 5a. Find the smallest positive integer n. Find the smallest positive integer n for which the equality 1 plus I to the power twice n is equal to 1 minus I to the power twice n. That means already given these two parts already equal, then what will be the value of n? For what value of n, that left hand side is equal to right hand side, and that value is the smallest positive integer, and our target is what? We have to find the n value. So it is given, so first of all we have to consider that given part. So written since 1 plus I to the power twice n equal to 1 minus I to the power twice n. Then laws of indices already we can write like this. Suppose x to the power mn, then we can write x to the power m whole to the power m, like that we can write. So this format just we are using here. See, 1 plus I to the power 2 into n. So 2 written inside the bracket and n outside the bracket. So 2 into n equal to twice n. Same to same here also. 2 inside the bracket, n outside the bracket. 2 into n equal to twice n. Then 1 plus I to the power 2. That means a plus b whole square formula wise just you break it. Then a minus b whole square formula wise just you break it. A square plus b square minus twice ab this side and this side, a plus b whole square wise just we have written. Then I square equal to minus 1, I square equal to minus 1, plus 1 minus 1 cancel 0, plus 1 minus 1 cancel 0. So here left twice I, so twice I to the power m, here minus twice I to the power m. After that, so inside the bracket there is minus sign, so this one we can write like this, minus 1 into 2 I to the power n. Then this minus 1 you write outside, minus 1 to the power n into twice I to the power n. This format wise just we have written. After that, in middle there is into sign, so these two are the factor of this. So that's why if you shift the factor, then this one will divide the left hand side value. So twice I to the power n divided by twice I to the power n. These two are same cut, then you will get feedback 1. So written answer 1, and here getting minus 1 to the power n. So minus 1 to the power n, and here getting 1. So this one just you reduce as minus 1 to the power 2, because this one is plus 1, then it should be 2. It should be 2 because this one is plus 1, so minus 1 to the power 2 means minus 1 into minus 1 equal to plus 1. So plus 1 we can express as a product of minus 1 and minus 1. So minus 1 is equal to plus 1. So written minus 1 to the power 2. So by the laws of indices, same base, so power will be equal. These two bases are same, so power will be equal. So n equal to 2, and that way we are getting that positive integer n value 2, by which left hand side is equal to right hand side. So this problem this much. And next you see question number 6. Question number 6 already in the advanced maths, I think first or second video already I have shown sum of the complex numbers z1 plus z2, z1 minus z2, z1 into z2, and z1 divided by z2. These things already shown in last videos, and that process you have to apply for question number 6, and that answers already given in WhatsApp group. Just you see and do. If any problem is there, just you call me or send one message to me. Okay, now we are going to next problem, question number 7. Express each of the following complex numbers as the sum of the ordered pair. So ordered pair, why we have to find ordered pair? Ordered pair means one complex number is represented in the coordinate system by plotting the points, and that point is represent a complex number. So there is written one complex number minus 3 plus 5i. So write down the ordered pair of this complex number. Minus 3 is the real part and 5 is imaginary part. real part you have to plot on the real part, you have to plot real part for real axis মানে x axis and imaginary part for y axis মানে imaginary axis. So -3 x value and 5 is y value, like that. So now this ordered pair, this one is called ordered pair. That means this ordered pair is representing one point. It is actually coordinate of a point, and this point you are getting, or this coordinate you are getting with respect to a complex number, and this point with respect to a coordinate system is representing one complex number. Now we have to express this complex number as a sum of the ordered pair, as a sum of the ordered pair. So there are two parts. One is -3, it is for real axis, for x axis, and another one is 5 for imaginary axis. So this -3 you have to express as any point on the real axis, and that one is represented by written here 1, 0. That means there is written -3, 1, 0. -3, 1, 0. So -3, 1, 0 means it is for what? Real axis. Any coordinate on the x-axis is a, 0. So written 1, 0. Then this one for imaginary axis 5. Imaginary axis 5. So imaginary axis means y-axis. Any coordinate on the y-axis is denoted by 0, b. So there is written 0, b. Then this one is 5. 5 into 5. Then 0, 1. That means 0, b, and their sum. So a complex number as the sum of ordered pair. So -3 is the real number, real part of the complex number, and we are representing this real part on the real axis as 1, 0, and it is the imaginary part of the complex number. We are representing this one along with the imaginary axis, which is y-axis. The y-axis was representing is 0, 1. So that way we can represent a complex number as a sum of ordered pair. This much.